It is week 8 of the high school football season, and this week, Chad, we have 3 new teams in our WKBN Power Rankings. We also saw 2 local teams last week fall from the ranks of the unbeaten. Now just 6 undefeated teams left here in the Valley.
Plenty of teams in prime postseason position. In fact, if the playoffs began today, a total of 16 local squads would make the cut.
That's a lot, and it includes our number 10 ranked team for the first time ever. The Golden Bears of Youngstown East are among our top 10 in our WKBN Power Rankings. The Golden Bears beat Poland last Friday. It's the first win for a city school against the Bulldogs since Cheney beat them in 2005. East is 5-2 overall, and if the season ended today, they would be a 7 seed in the Division IV playoffs. Now, the road ahead is certainly challenging. They'll take on Canfield, the number 1 ranked team in the state this Friday. Then they'll have a playoff team in Warren Harding and finish with Hubbard, who is also undefeated in week number 10.
Let's move along to number 9, and at number 9 is Girard. The Indians are back in the power rankings after a 5th straight blowout win. They're outscoring their last 5 opponents by 229 points. The problem is 5 of their 6 wins have come against teams with 1 or 0 victories. They do finish the season against 3 teams with the winning record. That includes Newton Falls, LeBray, and Liberty, so that will certainly help. But they will need to beat LeBray in week 9 to make postseason play.
Absolutely. At number 8, how about the West Branch Warriors? They are making their first appearance in our power rankings this year, and why not? At this point last year, the Warriors were 3-4, and they finished conference play on a 4-game losing streak. This year, they've already avenged 3 of those losses. They're 6-1 overall and getting better each week, outscoring their last 3 opponents 84-12, and they have a long way to go to make the playoffs. They're currently 11th in Division III Region 9, so they need to win out to be a sure thing for the postseason.
At number 7, a double dose from Western Pennsylvania. We're talking about both Wilmington and Sharpsville. They will share the number 7 spot. Both are 6-1 and seated atop the Region 4 standings. The Devils have rallied to win a couple of close games late. The Hounds have blown out the last 5 opponents, scoring over 50 points per game, and they will play each other this Friday with the region championship on the line.
At number 6, the LeBray Vikings. They just keep on rolling. The number 3 team in the state right now. They haven't had a close game all season long. The Vikings are winning by an average of 49 points per game, and they are the highest scoring team in the Valley this year, averaging over 56 points per contest.
At number 5 is McDonald. The Blue Devils are 7-0, and coincidentally, they're ranked number 7 in the state of Ohio in Division 6. They rolled past Mineral Ridge last Friday. They led 42-0 at halftime of that game. It'll get worse this Friday when they take on Sebring. The Trojans are the only winless team in the Valley. The next big test will be Western Reserve in week 9. And that's the same team that knocked them out of the playoffs a year ago.
Big game last year, even bigger game this season. Moving on, our number 4 ranked team heading into week number 8, the Grove City Eagles. They are undefeated and up 2 spots after a very convincing win over Sharon last Friday night. Grove City racked up over 560 yards of total offense. They rolled over the Tigers 42-9, clinching a share of the Region 5 title. They can clinch that title outright with one more win over Conneaut this Friday night.
At number 3 is a team that has dominated all season long, the Hubbard Eagles. The Eagles remain number 3 in the state in Division 4, and they're coming off the most lopsided win of the season, a 60-0 rout of winless Jefferson. But now things are starting to get interesting. Hubbard has already beaten good teams this year, but they finished with the likes of Struthers, Poland, and Youngstown East. All of those teams are 5-2 and fighting for a playoff spot in the same region, no less. And of course, their game against Struthers, we're looking forward to it. It's our WKBN Game of the Week.
Should be a great one. How about our number 2 ranked team heading into week number 8, the Canfield Cardinals? They continue to roll, coming off their 3rd shutout of the season with a 35-0 rout of Niles. Canfield remains the number 1 ranked team in the state in Division 3. Should be an interesting matchup on Friday night. They take on Youngstown East, who is 5-2 overall. The Golden Bears have beaten every other team in the AAC Red Division. Canfield will have the task of trying to quiet one of the hottest teams in high school football on Friday night.
And speaking of one of the hottest teams in the entire viewing area, for the 6th straight week at number 1, the Farrell Steelers. They have cruised throughout the season. They just scored a season-high 76 points Friday night. The Steelers are averaging over 52 points per game. They are the top-scoring team in all of Mercer County. Their top-ranked defense is allowing less than 8 points per game. That is certainly a recipe for plenty of success. They've had that. They're number 1 in the state in Class A, and once again number 1 in the WKBN Power Rankings.
Absolutely. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday for our next edition of the WKBN Power Rankings right here at WKBN.com.